Do your best. Let's go. Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lions. Do your best. Let's go. Lions on 3.
Welcome
1,
to the
2, 3.
Detroit Lions News Show. Your number one.
Oh my God! Victory Sunday!
The Giants look at their schedule and they go, "Oh, the Detroit Lions," and they put the big W, right?
Right.
It's folks. It's everybody that is on the screen right now that is what makes this special, because this organization has been so bad for so long. Yet here we all are on a Sunday night at 7:00, chopping it up about this football team, because winning 3 in a row and getting this done for the first time since 2017, and like Mark said, having some momentum for this fan base.
When we played against the Patriots one game on Thanksgiving, I had a pretty good game too, and it was just
Welcome to the Detroit Lions News Show, your number one source for Lions news. And today we have a special insider. We got Mark Risdon with Lions Wire. It's an honor to have you on the show again, buddy. You're one of the best out there. What are you going to talk about? We're going to talk about the last 3 days of Lions training camp. I guess it was padded practice yesterday, and it was a walkthrough today. So you guys enjoy Jeff. He is great. Whoops.
I'm back. Sorry. There I am. I'm here.
He is great. He is a great insider. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. I know you are.
Yeah.
I'm out at the lake here. It's lagging a little bit here, so we're just and there we go.
That is the greatest lake,
So what do you think? Right on.
Yeah.
Talk about the Lions training camp if you may.
Yeah. Overall impressions from so I've been at the last 3 practices. Friday and Saturday were fully padded. It was the first time they'd put the pads on. Sunday morning, I actually just got back. Was much more of a walkthrough. They actually ended practice a little bit early. There wasn't a whole lot going on with it, but the pads, man, it was fun to watch. You get to see the rookies hit for the first time. You got to see C.J. Gardner-Johnson hit for the first time. Was back at practice after his injury scare, and just saw a lot of really good fundamental football. It's always nice to see guys hitting one another. Got to watch some of the offensive line versus defensive line, getting just the amp up from not being in pads to being in pads is something that the players definitely liked, the coaches liked, and everybody who was there liked it too.
Right on. Okay. So what did you see on what was it, Thursday you were there, or Wednesday you were there?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, Friday was I missed Wednesday, then Thursday was off. So yeah, so it's been it's hard to keep track of what day it is, quite honestly. Training camp does that to you.
Right on. I see Martha Ford Firestone was out there today.
She was. She was riding around in the cart. Sheila, her daughter, was with her. And one of the cool things was, well, first off, the fans went crazy for Martha, and it's cool to see that. One of the fun things was after practice was over, this was the first time we'd seen Martha in training camp this year, and she had her golf cart and she went over to the side where where we get to interview the players afterwards, and the rookies came off, and Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branch, Jack Campbell, and Broderick Martin all met her for the first time. And they spent a little bit of time talking to her, getting to know, putting faces with names and all that stuff. And it was pretty neat. She's still as engaged as she can be for somebody who's, I want to say she's 97 now. And, she's out there. She still enjoys getting out and meeting the guys. And, grandkids are everywhere around there. It's pretty cool. They play on the hill, actually, that Matt Patricia put in, the infamous hill. The kids play on it now, and it's kind of neat to see that.
Oh, nice. Right on. So you were there with Penny Sewell got concussed. What happened on that play? I'm not there. You're there. What happened? Did you see it?
It's a great question because we met with him after practice on Friday, which is when it happened. And he was great. He was lucid. Didn't show any signs of any wear and tear. Looked great. So it was surprising to see him off Saturday, and then Dan Campbell led Sunday morning with the fact that he's in the concussion protocol. It doesn't necessarily mean that he has a concussion. I gotta clarify that on the Lions Wire that I wrote up. But he is in the concussion protocol and won't practice again until Wednesday at the earliest. The Lions have another practice on Monday morning. They are off on Tuesday, and then they're back at it Wednesday and Thursday, and then are off on Friday. So wouldn't surprise me if he doesn't practice. They don't need to rush it. He's Penei Sewell. He's great. He doesn't need the polish like a lot of other guys do. And I'll tell you, the offensive line depth is, the more that I'm around the team, the more that I'm concerned by it. So the fact that he's not going to get practicing, it means that the guys like Obinna Eze and Matt Nelson and Jermaine Ifedi are all going to get reps, and we'll see who comes out of that. Because I'll tell you what, if there's an Achilles heel on the offense, it's the depth on the offensive line. It's not looking great right now, and this is a chance for somebody to step up. And actually, Dan Campbell talked about it in his press conference today before practice. Like, show me that you want to win the job, and nobody's done that yet. And this is a prime chance for somebody to go out and do that.
So, in your professional opinion, who do you think wins that right guard spot?
Right guard is, right now it looks like it's Graham Glasgow. Just part of that is that Halapula Vadi Vaitai hasn't been healthy. He was out there today in the walkthrough, but I mean, it's a walkthrough. They're not in pads. They're not even wearing helmets, for a lot of the practice. So Glasgow has looked good, and I'm happy to report that, because he did not look good in Denver last year. This was a guy who had a very catastrophic injury at the end of the 2021 season as a member of the Denver Broncos. Bad leg injury. It clearly bothered him last year. He looks a lot better this summer. Looks fine, and has been getting reps. Now today Frank Ragnow didn't practice in the walkthrough, so Glasgow was the first team center. And they put in, I believe it was Coyote Awasika who took the reps as the first team right guard. And Colby Sorsdahl also rode in there. But it looks like it's going to be Glasgow that's going to win that gig.
And speaking about the defense here, the defensive line is what everybody wanted to draft Walker. Is Broderick Martin stepping up his game? Is he going to be like in the rotational, like the second stringers behind Levi Onsurike and Alim McNeil? Or Alim McNeil, I guess he would be behind Alim McNeil, would he not?
Yeah, so he made a great play. First play of team reps on Saturday. He beat Frank Ragnow clean and put a licking on David Montgomery in the backfield almost as soon as he got the handoff. And that was the first rep of team reps. And that was really cool to see, because we hadn't necessarily seen that from Broderick. He's playing his way into more reps. He will tell you, and he's told me personally, he's got to remember to keep his butt down, to sink his weight better. But he's working at it. He's a work in progress. It's going pretty well. He is going to. So right now, the starting defensive tackles are Isaiah Buggs and Alim McNeil. And you're going to see Christian Covington worked in there a lot as well. But Martin is making a case for himself to play significant reps behind Buggs, McNeil, kind of wherever they float around there. So the Lions are that area is they're still sorting all that out. And there's a couple other guys that are in there that are getting reps too. Benito Jones has been cited by Dan Campbell as a guy who's playing well, and I would concur with the head coach on that. So there's a mix there. Martin is certainly in that mix, and the more that he plays, hopefully he keeps getting better and earns more.
Right on. What do you think of the risers and fallers? Or to the
Also,
team?
good question, because I was actually outlining that as I was wrapping up practice today. Big risers. I would say that Sam Laporta, I mean, he's a first round pick. Obviously, you would expect him to be good, and he's been everything that we expect. Derek Barnes is a guy that has definitely taken a big step forward. Looked fantastic in Saturday's practice. Knife into the backfield, made a big play. Looks a lot more comfortable and natural playing as an off-ball linebacker. So he's a guy that it's going to be tough to keep him out of the starting lineup, even with Rodrigo coming back, even with Alex Anzalone being there, and with Jack Campbell looking good. Derek Barnes he's fighting for everything he's got, and it's cool to see. So he's a definite guy that has stepped up. Who else on the offense? I think Craig Reynolds actually has. There's a lot of people that interpreted Justin Jackson coming back as a shot at Craig, and thus far, other than a fumble that he had in Friday's practice where he got the ball stripped by Campbell, he's looked really good. Looks like he's hitting the hole well, and I tweeted this out, or whatever they call Twitter now. I don't know, whatever. He followed Amon-Ra St. Brown on the jugs machine today after practice. You know, Amon-Ra catches his famous 202 passes. Craig Reynolds went in there and was working hard at, having them crank the ball up, get it as fast as he can, and catch him with the hands, here, there, down, low, up high, over his head, and looked very good doing it. So he's a guy that a lot of people are trying to write him off, and I would not write Craig off yet. I think we lost Darcy. That's not good. I'm trying to think of who else has been good. Alim obviously looks great. He's been quality. He's got the newfound body. He's lost the 22 pounds, and he said it. Dan Campbell said it, and it looks it. He hasn't lost any strength, and he has gotten quicker. So he's a guy that you're going to expect some pretty good things out of Alim McNeil this year. They did not draft the upfield tackle that a lot of people wanted them to, whether it was Jalen Carter or Brian Breezy or whoever. And Alim McNeil is in that role, and they are very happy with him in that role. So who else has been good? As far as risers, I think we've seen some things from Ifeatu Melifonwu that indicate that he could make the team this year. And going into camp, I didn't necessarily expect that, so that's a good thing for him. I think you're seeing progress from a guy like James Mitchell. Look, he's not going to start. Laporte as a starter, but you're seeing some things come along with him. So that's the bulk of the risers anyway. I'm going to see if Darcy's back here or not. I don't see him just yet. Oh.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. It just kicked me right out. It was, we're gonna have Jeff on another time. Um, sorry about that, guys. Some really good stuff there too. Maybe he'll jump back in. But I'm gonna go to the comments here, guys, and we will talk about it. So what's everybody's expectations on the Detroit Lions this year? Do you have them at 9 wins? Do you have them at 10 wins? Do you have them at 11 or 12? We'll go through some of the comments here. It's a shame. Really good to have Jeff Risdon on. Make sure you guys subscribe. I'm at the trailer here, so the internet's not the greatest in the world, so we'll get the technical difficulties worked out in another time. But for now, we'll have Jeff on again, and we also will have John Macaroon on again, and other former players, guests, special guests, whatever you guys. If anybody would like to help along with the podcast, we greatly appreciated. I'm going to end the show right here, and I hope if you could like, share, subscribe to the Detroit Lions News Show, be greatly appreciated. And for now, let's end the horrible broadcast, guys.